Gerard, are you done with classes yet?
Yeah, my last class was just today.
Your last class was just today. Do you have like some big final project or something or other that you had to like turn in? And did you turn in your Zac Efron?
My Zac Efron was turned in yesterday.
It was turned in yesterday. So what did you do today?
Not Zac Efron. No, I do have one final thing done for one final thing I have to do for my other class, which is an animation class. And for the audience who might be a little forgetful, I'm not completely done. No, you're right.
Okay.
For the audience who might be a little forgetful, animation is when you got to make stuff move. If you draw a cool character, that's not animation.
I hope you know what animation is.
No, but anyway. So my game animation 2 class, which is the smaller one that I have, that just finished today. Yes. I do have something due on Sunday night that I'm gonna try to get done as quick as I can so I can enjoy the rest of my weekend. Yes. We have to animate a boss battle scene. So
boss battle scene. What does that mean? What's a boss battle scene?
Well,
as opposed to a battle scene.
Well, you know, in a video game, how
there's like a boss.
You fight bad guys until the very end, and then there's a big bad guy. Yes. That's called a boss.
That's a boss, yes.
Yeah. So
you have to make a little person fight a big person.
Yeah. We were given this big.
Is it like a David and Goliath battle scene?
Yeah, kinda. We were given a boss creature to use. So it's like this mostly robot creature with like one like alien arm kinda.
So you're given the boss.
We don't have to make them.
Do you all get the same boss, or are you assigned a boss?
No. We all get the same boss.
Oh, okay.
And then it's our job to show how we can make him move in our own way.
Do you get the little person too?
We have the choice of either a male or female. Most of the time people go male, so I'm like, for this one I'll go female, whatever. And we could use whatever like weapon we wanted to. The whole point of the thing is you just have to animate the hero in cover, like behind like a wall or something. The hero comes up to shoot the boss or interact with the boss in some way, and then the boss reacts and becomes alert to your presence, and then that's it. You don't have to animate anymore.
So it's not really a battle scene. It's like a intro to the battle scene.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
that's cool. So how do they do these like animations? And I mean, I guess virtually the same way, but like some games are getting pretty old at this point. I don't know when video games really came about, like in the very first place. But like some like N64 games, like what kind of technology did they have to do these animations? And
that's a good question.
Such bad
not the ones we use now.
Yeah, I would hope not.
Yeah,
I would hope that has somewhat evolved over the past.
I don't know. Yeah, those like really simple games.
Yeah, well, not even like the really simple ones. I was thinking like Zelda. On the 64. I mean, there are boss battles and stuff in that, so that's why I was thinking about that. And like they've got pretty good animation on them, and I don't know how they made it.
Right. I don't know. That's a good question.
When those games came out, so yeah, that's pretty fun. So you don't really have to make or model anything for this. You just have to do the animating part.
Yeah, correct.
Pretty much. So you get a female or male little person, depending on what you choose. Are those your only two options?
I mean, you might have been able to ask the teacher to do a different one, but everyone else seems pretty cool with just those two.
Okay, well that's reassuring. And then you get the boss, which is a weird robot thing. So you don't have finals.
Just got projects all the time.
Projects all the time. And you're not really wrapping up now because it's the end of the semester. It's because it's the end of the month for your 4-week cycle that you do.
Yeah, the end of these classes, when I come back, I'll have a new class.
Right. What do they actually call them down there? Are they called like blocks or rotations or?
They just call them months.
Just months?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Or like I mean, the official people, like if I email like the support
Right.
email that answers questions and things like that, they'll call them terms, I guess.
Terms. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So I guess that's like the technical name for it.
Yeah, that's the word I've been looking for so I'm like, they're not semesters, they're not trimesters, they're not. You have 20 of them, I guess, in all, so they'd be like ventmesters or something like.
Yeah, really.
Something freaking crazy, but that's pretty cool. As you can see, I had finals this week. Well, you can't see that. As you can see, I'm in a new environment. If you're either Gerard or you're watching this video, the video version. Clearly, I have this fancy back wall screen thing.
Oriental screen.
So that I'm just kind of hoping that doesn't fall on me at some point throughout the show, because that'd actually be hilarious.
That'd be entertaining.
More people would actually watch this if that happened.
Put that as the thumbnail. You like, and like a blur face.
Yes, and I have a pop filter on this mic. I have the mic on a swinging arm stand now, which you can't really see, as opposed to my Pixar lamp cousin stand that I usually have it on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what's going on with me. I have my blue snowball microphone over there, so if I ever want to match you one week, mine's black though, so mine just, runs faster. But no, it's over there. I don't know.
Steals mine's energy. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh gosh, but yeah. So that's what's going on with me. I'm back at the homestead. Back watching, doing nothing, reading books and
how many finals did you have this week?
I had 5 this week, 6 in all. Because I had 1 last week. It was not actually that bad. So many people feel the need to post on social media about finals week.
I knew you were gonna say that.
What I noticed this semester, I guess I'll call it, is that people complain about finals week a lot more in the 2 weeks leading up to finals week than they do during finals week, because it's those 2 weeks leading up to it that really suck when you're not.
You gotta study and
when you go to a normal school. Not even that. It's more like just like they suck because the teachers like to play this game where they act like they didn't know they were eventually going to run out of time to keep teaching you things. And they start doing that thing where they're like, oh, I've got to speed through this lesson today, or, oh, I'm going to have to use the full 3 hours for class tonight.
And people start like, what? Like, what are you talking about, teacher?
It's like, no, you dumbass. Like, when we get breaks at school, at least at my school, the teachers act like they didn't have the ability to plan around that. And they act like they're losing time, as if it wasn't, like, put into the schedule. Like, I get that with, like, snow days, and that happens during the spring semester more often, is that we get snow days here. But I don't get it with, like, Thanksgiving break. We'll, like, come back, and all the teachers will be like, oh, we missed a day last week, so we got to catch up today. Like, no.
What are you talking about?
No, we didn't miss a day. That day was planned for. We were supposed to miss it. We're still going to have 15 weeks, even Stevens, and that's the way it goes. Like, my history teacher was so bad at that for this semester. He just would never stop rambling, and then the next day he'd come in and be like, I didn't quite get through what I wanted to get through in the last class, and I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, you talked for an hour and a half. Maybe if you stopped giving us quizzes every Tuesday and actually taught the material. But, that's how that goes. I did pretty well on all my finals, I think. At least the ones I know of so far. I had 6 of them. I'm pretty sure I got results on 2 or 3 of them, and it was 100 on all the ones that I got results from, so there's that.
That's good. This class that I just told you about, the animation one,
I'm going to do
my teacher has only graded like week 1, hasn't graded like week 2 or 3. So if we're doing bad in the class, like, we don't know about it.
Yeah, that's how college works everywhere. See, we don't have headline anymore. Even the high school doesn't have headline anymore. But
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we do have a way to check them. It's just one, trying to read the place that we're supposed to check it on. Confusing as hell. And two, the teachers don't put the grades up there anyway.
So how do you know your grade? Do you just like ask the teacher?
You can. Most of the time they don't even know. Just like in general, most of the time they just like write stuff down throughout the semester and then like crunch it all up.
Lord Almighty.
Yeah. But I usually don't have a problem.
Ours is laid out on a nice website.
Yeah, we have a website for that. The teachers just don't use it or don't know how to use it.
No, this one's like easy and clean to understand because we have website designers at our school.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's this giant circle at the very top that shows you your overall grade in the class. Yeah. And then like there's a list that like breaks it down by week.
Yeah, we don't know anything. I won't really know how I actually did in these classes, aside from my own, judgment and ability to understand how well I'm doing.
That's not good.
Until transcripts come out and I just see the letters and see my GPA. I'm not concerned about it. I'm not. I do see a lot of kids go around at school, and like the last couple of weeks too, they'll be asking teachers left and right, "Hey, what's my grade? How I'm doing?"
Yeah.
I have friends like really like pulling out like spreadsheets and just ridiculous crap and pulling out the
those Excel sheets
and see how everything's weighted and all that, and they'll be like trying to figure out exactly what they need to get on the final in order to pass the class or in order to get a B.
Well, if they're not good at the material, they need to do that.
Whatever they're shooting for. Well, yeah, that's why I don't worry about it and why I don't complain as much about the teachers not grading shit.
It's because you do pretty well overall.
Not even that. I just know that I'm trying and actually putting the effort in and doing the best I can on every assignment. Like there's not more that I could be doing. I do all the homework. I know the answers on a lot of the tests. I show up to class. Oh, honestly, you do those.
You're a decent student.
You do those three things in school. It's pretty hard to fail. Like you have to try to do bad anymore with how nice teachers can actually be.
I mean, some people have trouble with certain ways of teaching. And some people's brains just like don't understand like certain subjects. So I can understand a little bit of that. Like some people just like aren't like their brains can't do math correctly. Their brains can't do English and grammar properly. Yes. Like I mean, I don't know.
Yes. Yeah.
Everyone's brain's a little different.
I can't relate to that. I can't read very well at all. I can do math, and I'm a grammar guru. It's reading comprehension that I can't do. It's
like analyzing a piece of whatever you just
even read. That I'm a little bit better at. It's just like I could read. I'm almost done with another book actually. I've started actively. I'm reading books, which is ironic for someone that can barely read. But like, I could read like 3 chapters of a book, and my mind will just be thinking something like I can read passively, if that makes sense. So like, and that's not a good thing, by the way, because it's just someone will relate to this too. I'll read like 3 chapters of something. My mind will be thinking about hockey or business or
I do that.
Jordan Peterson the whole time.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And I will not be picking up what I'm reading on. I'll get 3 chapters into a book and I'll be like, I don't know.
What did I just read? I gotta go back.
What this is about.
Yeah.
Exactly. I do that all the time.
I mean, I don't do that in like super long form. Like maybe a few paragraphs and then I'm like, oh crap, like I gotta go back. Mm-hmm.
Right.
But yeah, I think a lot of people do that.
Like when I read out loud, it's even worse, which is weird.
Wait, what? What?
Yeah. Because sometimes I'll do this. Sometimes I'll be like sitting in my room with a book too, and I'll just start reading out loud, like trying to help myself stay focused in on what it is. Then I'll realize, like, wow, I even lost track more of what I was just doing. So that doesn't help. I tried the audiobook thing at one point. That didn't really help that much either. Because the same thing happens. My brain just tries to go everywhere else.
A lot too. Like I'll be listening to a podcast or a video or something, and I'll be, I don't know. I'll just be thinking about something else, or like, the worst is like when I have my phone out at the same time of listening to something else, and like if I'm on Facebook or something, I have no idea what that person that I wanted to hear just 100%. Said. I gotta go back.
100%. Yeah, I was doing that yesterday. I was listening to the Stuff You Should Know podcast when I took that Instagram story and asked
And
everyone
afterwards,
what
you're just like, well, I don't know the stuff I should know now.
Yeah, well, not yeah, but yeah, I did have to rewind it a couple of times because I kept getting on Facebook. So I was still in my dorm room
Yeah, you just
yesterday.
get off track.
I had everything packed up in my car ready to go. I had to go scorekeep at hockey, so I was just like laying on my bare bed with like nothing to do for 2 hours, like nothing to do.
Oh, dang.
So I kept ending up on Facebook, and I had my headphones and I was listening to that podcast about colors. Stay tuned. And yeah, I really wanted to know my color theory that they were teaching me.
You probably know it better than I do now.
I kept not paying attention. There's some cool stuff they're talking about, like blue horses and shit. That was just a total joke, though. There are not blue horses out there. But they did explain why there aren't blue horses, which is weird. It gets messed up, man.
That's something I want to hear, but
I think we're saving that for another day. Yeah. So that's what's going on with me, for the most part. Yeah. So, you're coming home tomorrow?
No, Saturday.
Yes, I'm thinking today's Friday because that's when we usually
Mm-hmm.
do. So by the time we upload this, you're already home.
Yes.
So
I'll have my slower family home internet back, but that's okay.
Yes, I already have that back, but it seems to be working okay so far.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yes. So
I just can't do it when my brother's on the Xbox. Otherwise, the whole house shuts down.
Is he ever not on the Xbox? Ever?
That's a good question.
Doesn't he? I feel like he gets off the Xbox just to complain that you need more, like, better internet.
Yeah.
And then he gets back on the Xbox.
You're right. No, that's not true. My brother does try to do other things because he understands that he plays video games a little too much.
Yeah.
He does try to read often, things like that.
Yeah. No, I think that's good. I think it's better for people to try, instead of just like cutting stuff out, to just try to do more beneficial stuff without cutting out what they're doing. Because I think that's where a lot of people go wrong with everything, dieting, like just anything that you're trying to quit. It's like you can't just be like, okay, I'm going to stop doing this. I think it's better to first say, I'm going to start doing something better, and then maybe slowly phase out the other thing, or maybe not. Maybe just do the better thing. Like for me, with soda, I'm awful with soda. I drink like 9 of them a day. Not quite that many, but like.
Yeah, you just drink soda.
I drink a lot of soda, so, and I've tried before. I've gone into times when I'm like, I'm just gonna stop. Doesn't work that way. What I have managed to do now, finally.
So wait, hold on. So would you, real quick, would you say that you are genuinely addicted to soda?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much. Yeah.
All right, but continue.
Caffeine. But,
caffeine. Okay.
Because caffeine is a drug. But yeah, so I was like, well, here's my new approach. Instead of just trying to cut soda, I'll just keep drinking soda whenever the fuck I want to. But I'm gonna drink more water. And now I at least like have some sort of balance to it. And it's like,
all right.
I've at least cut it back to like, now I only really drink sodas like with meals. But when I'm just like sitting around the house and I'm like, I'm bored or I'm thirsty, I have these things to fall back on.
Are those regular waters or are they flavored waters?
They're flavored waters.
Oh, okay.
I just can't do it regular water. I don't know what the fuck it is. But like,
I'm not. You know what? I'm kind of bad with that too. I'm not big with like a lack of flavor. If it's a hot day out and someone offers me a bottle of water, I'll go with
God,
them. Like,
yes.
I don't hate water. Okay.
Water is like the best thing in the world.
Yeah, but
sometimes.
Yeah, I don't hate water by any means, but I do like to flavor my drinks.
Yeah, I do understand that. Like, freaking like band camp, like you get back into the building for
you have like
slugging it out of the water fountain. You're like, oh, like the best feeling in the world. But yeah, but like just sitting here like drinking, I'm like, no. Also, by the way, you can't see my finger. I'm trying to point like this at you, but I have this mic stand in my way. Also, by the way, The you know the whole like 8 cups of water a day thing?
No, I don't think I do actually.
Oh, well, that's supposedly the amount they were supposed to have. It's very common for them to teach that in health classes and stuff. They're like, you're supposed to drink 8 cups of water a day. This is how you stay hydrated.
Oh, guess I forgot that.
Absolute bullshit. It really is. And I was talking to one of my friends about this the other day because here's a little crash course on hydration. We can talk about that because we didn't come up with a topic for today. But I think this is like, well, I know it's 16.9 fluid ounces. That's roughly 2 cups, I'm pretty sure. I don't really know what a cup is, but basically 4 of these a day is what
Oh, that's bad.
recommending. And it's absolute crap. It was a marketing tactic, actually, that some company came up with a million years ago, trying to tell you that
Oh, really?
your body needs more water than it does, so that way you buy more water. It might have been Gatorade, actually.
Well, I mean, I don't drink enough during the day.
Yeah, but okay, so here's how it actually works. If any of you listening are just totally interested in how to actually stay hydrated, it's very simple. And this is how I run everything in my life, including my hydration. If you drink when you're thirsty, you'll be fine.
Yeah, wow, that makes a lot of sense.
I want to talk about that a little bit because that's how I do everything, and I tell people this all the time, and they act like I'm a freaking nut job, but well, I am. So there's that. But
yeah, we both are.
But like, I let my body tell me when I need to do things.
Yeah, your body's pretty good at regulating itself and letting you know when it needs things.
So like that's what I try to explain to people every once in a while. Drink when you're thirsty, eat when you're hungry, shower when you're dirty. Like just
poop when you gotta poop.
Yeah, exactly. Like I hate trying to control what your body's trying to do because somebody told you to or because society told you to.
Well, yeah, you're right. Funny enough, like more often than not, your body's probably right.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's totally true. And it's just all natural.
Unless you know you have something wrong with you that like a doctor has said, yo, this is wrong with you. You gotta you gotta fix it.
Yeah, and you wouldn't know that.
Well, that's a different thing.
If your body wasn't in some way telling you or telling your doctor that, like, you'll still find out. That's a matter of your body being disorderly, having a disorder. But like, yeah, like the average person should drink 8 cups of water a day thing is complete garbage. I think the 3 square meals thing, good advice. Like it's probably, it's a decent way to live. But like,
I've always stuck to it, and it's always felt right to me. I don't know.
But like, just eat when you're hungry. Like that's my whole philosophy behind everything. And like, and I just.
And I mean, for me, I'm usually hungry 3 times a day. So it works.
Like actually hungry, yeah. Not like bored hungry.
Yeah.
That's a different story, but I think that's just the problem that a lot of, obviously there are people out there that have the weight issues and all that mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're just focusing on the wrong thing all the time. They want to eat different things. And I'm like, you got to eat less things. It's not, I really truly think that it's not so much about what you're eating as it is how much you're eating.
Well, yeah, a lot of people do like boredom eat a lot.
Yes.
I mean everyone does, but some people is a problem.
Like, I know people that are not happy with how they're not like excessively overweight, but they want to lose a couple pounds.
But they're still not comfortable with their body.
They're still trying to eat more fruits, vegetables, like salads, whatever the like healthy stuff is. But the problem is, I see these people, and every time I see them, they have food. They're eating something. They're eating.
Oh, yeah.
Might be an apple, and they might be, just chugging down gallons of water or something. But they're always
something's always coming in.
Yes, they're always eating something. I'm like, this isn't going to help. If you just fill yourself up with apples, you're still going to be filled up.
That's that can be tricky, I imagine, because once your body gets used to that, it'll keep telling you, "Hey, I'm hungry. Give me a little more."
Yeah, you have to.
And that'll be tough.
Have to have some level of discipline, but like the other end of that, and why I believe that is because I don't eat healthy. I don't.
I
But
don't
haven't
either.
exploded, and I'm not saying I'm a healthy fitness guru connoisseur and in like the best shape of my life. I'm actually pretty underweight for what I should. Well, I'm about where I should be now, I think. But when I was growing up, I was way underweight, and it wasn't because I was like only eating salads. I was eating pizza and hot dogs and cheeseburgers and like chugging 60 sodas a day. But I guess it is what it is when you get to the end of it. But I don't think it's so much about what you eat. I think it's more so how much you eat. Not that what you eat has nothing to do with it. Just
if you if every time you go for a board snack and it's like a bag of Doritos, well, nothing wrong with Doritos, but if you go for that every time, it might not be the best choice.
Yes.
Maybe switch it up with some, I don't know, trail mix or something
Exactly.
once in a while.
A thing online every once in a while they'll actually use apples as the example. They'll say if you're ever hungry, ask yourself if you want an apple, because if you're really hungry, you'll want one, but if you're not, you're just bored.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
But I was just gonna say something else. Oh, and another huge thing that I know plays a factor in this that we don't talk about as much for some reason is the cost of eating healthy. Like it costs like 4 times as much to buy healthy food.
It can cost a lot sometimes.
Yeah, it always does.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why I don't eat right the way I should, because I live alone in this apartment. I cannot cook. I'm not very good at preparing food, so the food that I get for myself is not very healthy.
Yes, and it's cheap.
And it's cheap, yes.
That's the way it works, and that's the way that capitalism is destroying the nation. But that's another topic for another time.
Yeah.
But there's that. So, yeah, that kind of made up for a topic for today. What are we doing on time?
Almost half an hour.
Almost half an hour. I think we're pretty good. I think I'm a little talked out. We'll keep it a little shorter this week. See if that brings some more short attention span buffoons back to watching this.
That's okay. Yeah. We're buffoons too.
That's right. If you're watching this, you're a buffoon and you need a longer attention span. Shut up. Don't at me. Okay, so let's wrap this thing up. I'm Justin. That's Gerard. We didn't actually say that at the beginning this time. We both have Instagram accounts that we want you to follow us on. Mine's at JustinRP56. His is at Gerard Mirabelli. Those things will be in the description so you can learn how to spell them.
They will.
And his. We also have other stuff that we'll put in the description that I'm not going to bore you with saying. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, tell somebody else to like, subscribe, and comment, and tell them to tell somebody else to like, subscribe, and comment, and tell somebody else to tell somebody else to tell somebody else, and so on. That'd be very cool.
If everyone does that, we'll have 1 million subscribers.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what, if we hit 1 million subscribers,
I'll eat this microphone.
I'll
cook it and eat it.
You can eat the white snow, just not the yellow snow.
No, it's not.
They should make yellow microphones. Just be yellow snowballs.
That would be awesome.
Anyway,
I probably would have gotten that.
Let's not get off the closing here. If we get 1 million subscribers, dude, what are we gonna do? I mean, 1 million is crazy. If we get 1 million subscribers, I'll give like everybody that comments on this particular video $1.
That'd be cool.
Even if it's 1 million of them, I'll find 1 million. I'm gonna go bankrupt now. I probably shouldn't have said that. But otherwise, yeah, what are we gonna do? We need to do something crazy. We need to set like milestones. Maybe we'll talk about that next time when we talk about New Year's stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks. We'll set little.
Like a good talk about with that topic.
We'll set little goals for this channel. Anyway, like, subscribe, comment, do all that. Also, if you're not on YouTube and you're listening to this on some audio form, then subscribe, review, rate, whatever it is on the platform that you do. Applaud. That's on some of them. Download. The whole 9 yards. That's all I've got. So I'm going to let Gerard do whatever he does and then stop the video.
Okay.